Awesome. The intent for today, in that case, is to feel for creating space. I think today, and you can probably attest to this also, in your line of work, you can probably attest to the fact that I think space is the new luxury. Many people don't necessarily have a lot of space, whether that is actual physical space or whether that is a sense that they have enough space to explore their passions or space to explore their hobbies, right? We kind of have so many, it's almost like the last generation had this prioritization of things being luxury, that now we have so many things and we have so much information and so much stuff that now what actually feels healthier, what feels exciting is having space, is having openness. And so today, feel for, although it's a Saturday and although we both have things to do after this, feel for how you can find little moments of spaciousness in the day that is just blank space. Because also as humans, we have this tendency in our mind to want to fill space up, right? To stay busy, to keep going, to always have the next thing on the to-do list, instead of just having an empty space to just sit around and do nothing. And we can see this how our mind is always filling up with something. So even if we just sit and we close our eyes and we don't do anything, we still have this, oh, there's another thought. Oh, there's more stuff. Oh, there's more things to think about, right? Our tendency is not to go into the empty space. In fact, we stay away from it. So today we practice making space internally and feel for being in that spaciousness. Okay, so that's our intent for the day. Okay, go ahead and straighten out. Actually, let's straighten out right leg. Bring left foot in by the groin. Reach the left arm forwards with the shoulder on the inside of the thigh. From there, you wrap the elbow in front of the shin, and the hand comes to the low back or to the thigh. The other hand, the right hand, is on the floor. Feel for inhaling and lengthening your chest towards your right foot. Exhale, relax the back of your neck, upper back. Inhale, take a deep enough breath that you start to feel how your breath takes up space in your core. Exhale, press the right hand into the floor and activate the right foot. Neck release. Reach your right ear towards your right shoulder. Send a deep enough breath through your core that it reaches up to your left shoulder. Exhale, feel for moving your jaw away from left shoulder. Spinal twist. Bring your chin back to center. Then wrap right elbow in front of the left shin. Left hand now comes back behind you. Feel for either hugging your thigh towards your chest, or you can also cross the right elbow over the thigh, if that feels good. Inhale and spiral your core upwards from your sit bones. Exhale, reach back with the left shoulder. Go ahead and bring your sternum and chest back to center. Bend the right knee and place the left ankle on top of the right thigh. And then walk your hands over towards the right. Shoelace, twisting towards the foot. Inhale big enough that you can feel how your breath starts to stretch open your left hip. Exhale, reach the outer edge of left thigh towards the floor. Now inhale and lengthen the left side of your ribs away from left hip. Exhale, active hands press into the floor to help you twist your chest to the right. Go ahead and walk hands back to center. And bring your chest up. Straighten out left leg now, right foot on the floor. Reach the right hand forward for interlock forward bend. With the arm inside the shoulder, then you loop the elbow in front of the thigh, front of the shin. Hand reaches to low back. Left hand might reach and grab the arm, or it can stay on the floor. Inhale and lengthen your collarbones forwards. Exhale, use your arm to hug the right thigh towards your ribs. Inhale, expand a big breath towards your back ribs. Exhale, feet active. Neck release. Start to reach your left ear towards the left shoulder, away from the right shoulder. As you inhale, feel for moving your right kneecap to the right just a little bit to open up a little more space in the right collarbones. And when you exhale, feel for hugging your right arm towards the shin while your left ear continues to reach away. One leg seated spinal twist. Undo the arms, and then right hand back behind you on the floor, left elbow now in front of the shin. Inhale and twist your sternum to the right. Exhale, use your thigh muscles of the right leg to hug your right thigh closer towards your chest. Then with a deep breath, inhale and lengthen your rib cage up. Exhale and feel for relaxing your facial muscles, relaxing your jaw. Shoelace twisting towards the foot. Bring the chest back to center. Bend the left knee and then cross the right ankle on top of left thigh. Walk your hands over towards the left. Inhale and expand your breath towards the back of your ribs. Exhale, hug your belly muscles in and allow that contraction to help you twist to the left. Once you've twisted a little more to the left, inhale and feel for lengthening the right side of your ribs away from the right hip bones. Exhale, ground down through the right sit bone while still lifting up with ribs. Walk your hands back to center. Now bring hands back behind you and bring feet onto the floor for windshield wipers. So I love windshield wipers because I feel like it's such a good way to start opening up space in the hips. So here, just supporting your hands back behind you, feel for sending deep enough breaths down into your hips and your core so that your hips not only get mobility, but they also get that support from the spaciousness of your rib. So here we add a little internal rotation. So rotate knees over towards the left. Press the right knee and thigh into the floor and reach the right heel up. Then inhale, lower the foot down. Roll the knees over to the other side. Exhale, left thigh into the floor. Reach the left heel up, away from the floor. Inhale, lower the foot down. Rotate the hips, other side. Press the right thigh into the floor. Exhale, rotate the right heel up. Keep going like this a few more rounds. Feel for contracting the right heel up towards the ceiling for a little bit longer. So it doesn't have to go up higher, but feel for when you finish your exhale, just keeping it lifting, keeping it lifting, keeping it lifting until you have the urge to inhale. Okay, come on back to center. Let's lay on our back for some abs. Abs are also an amazing way to create space in the core because the bigger we get our exhale, the more we can contract our abs in, the more we can expand them out. So it's directly relational. The more we exhale, the more we can inhale. Okay, let's start with just some basic TVA activation. So knees above hips, arms reaching up towards the ceiling, feet active. Inhale, expand your ribcage. Hold your breath, press the low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, lower left heel forwards and down. Hug the front ribs down. Inhale, pick up the left foot, come back to start position. Hold your breath, press low back down, curl tailbone. Exhale, lower the right foot forward and down while you hug front ribs down. Do 3 more on each side. Go ahead and finish up. Come on back to the start position for internal rotation. So inhale, expand your ribs. Hold your breath, internally rotate the left thigh. So the left heel goes towards the left. Exhale, heel strike with the left foot, lowering it forwards and down with the thigh still internally rotated, knee still bent. Inhale, pick up the left foot, come back to start position. Hold your breath, internally rotate right thigh, right foot goes towards the right. Exhale, lower the right heel forwards and down while you hug your front ribs down. Inhale, come back to start position. Hold your breath, press low back down, internally rotate left thigh. Exhale, lower left heel down towards the floor, hug your front ribs in. Inhale, come back to the start position. Hold your breath, press low back down, curl your tailbone up, internally rotate right thigh. Exhale, lower the right thigh, right foot towards the floor. Keep low back, pressing down. Inhale, come back to start position. Do 2 more on each side. Finish on up, come back to the start position. Internal abdominal oblique activation. In this position, inhale, reach your fingertips up towards ceiling. Hold your breath, right hand presses onto left thigh. Exhale, reach the right foot forwards at 45 degrees while you press right hand into left thigh into the hand. Keep reaching up with left hand. Inhale, bend the right knee, reach the right arm up. Hold your breath, press low back down, left hand onto center of right thigh. Exhale, reach the left toes forwards at 45 degrees. Press left hand into right thigh, reach up with right fingertips. Inhale, reach left hand up, bend left knee. Hold your breath, press the low back down, right hand, left thigh. Exhale, this time, reach your feet, your right foot up towards the ceiling, a little bit higher, closer towards the ceiling. Pull the front ribs down. Inhale, bend the right knee, right hand up. Hold your breath, press the low back down, curl tailbone, left hand onto right thigh. Exhale, press the hand and thigh in towards one another, straighten the left leg forwards, and then reach it up towards the ceiling a little bit more, like you're closing the angle at the hip. Inhale, bend left knee, reach the left arm up. Hold your breath, press the low back down, right hand onto left thigh. This time, exhale, reach the right heel up towards the ceiling, straight up, while you press the right hand into left thigh into right hand. Inhale, bend the right knee, reach the right arm up. Hold your breath, press the low back down, curl the tailbone up. Place left hand onto right thigh, press hand and thigh in towards one another. Exhale, reach the left heel up towards the ceiling. Reach up with the heel as much as you can. Continue to press right thigh in towards left hand. Inhale, come back to start position. And exhale, arms down, feet down. Another great way to make space is to create traction. So place your hands onto the tops of your thighs and then slide the heels of your hands until they can't slide no more. So right until they're right up against the angle of the thigh and the hip. From there, start to straighten your arms, straighten your elbows, and you'll start to feel how there's a lengthening in your low back or in your low abs. As you breathe, feel for taking up more of that space that you're creating by pressing your hands into your hips. Good. Go ahead and relax the press. Bring your hands behind the back of the head for elbow to knee. Pick up the feet, reach the elbows up. Inhale, curl head and shoulders up. Hold your breath, press low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach elbows towards left knee, reach the right foot forwards at 45 degrees. Keep reaching the elbows and armpits up. Inhale, head and shoulders back to center, bend the right knee. Hold your breath, press low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach elbows towards the right knee, straighten the left leg forwards at 45 degrees. Feet active, spread the toes. Inhale, bend left knee, head and shoulders back to center, shoulder blades up. Hold your breath, press the low back down, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, reach elbows towards left knee, reach the right foot up a little closer towards the ceiling, like you're stepping it one step up. Keep reaching armpits up. Inhale, bend the right knee, head and shoulders back to center. Hold your breath, press the low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, reach elbows towards right thigh, straighten the left leg. This time, reach the foot a little closer towards straight. Pull belly muscles down. Inhale, bend left knee, head and shoulders back to center. Keep shoulder blades lifted. Hold your breath, press the low back down, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, reach elbows towards left leg, and reach the right heel straight up towards the ceiling. We add in thigh traction. Inhale, bring right hand onto the right thigh. Exhale, use the right hand to reach the right thigh up a little higher. Reach the left elbow up. Inhale, bend the right knee, right hand behind the back of the head. Head stays up. Hold your breath. Press the low back down, curl tailbone. Exhale, reach elbows towards right leg. Straighten the left heel up towards the ceiling. Pull belly muscles down. Thigh traction. Inhale, bring the left hand onto the outer edge of left thigh. Exhale, reach the hand into the thigh to reach the tissue of the left thigh up towards ceiling. Reach the right elbow up. Pull belly muscles down. Inhale, bend the left thigh, bend the left knee, left hand behind the head. And head down, feet down. Relax your arms down by your side. Lift your hips up into bridge. Now that you're here in bridge, feel for how you can use your big breath to move your ribs closer towards your chin. And when you exhale, feel for pulling belly muscles in and pressing through your legs, transferring force. So you inhale, ribs move towards your chin. And you exhale, hug belly muscles in, press the feet into the floor. To maintain this space you've created, inhale and expand your rib cage. Exhale, curl your tailbone up towards the ceiling like you're reaching your thighs and your hip bones up. Lower your upper back towards the floor, curling down. Stop there. Inhale again. Expand now into the mid ribs. Press through the feet, curl tailbone up. Exhale, lower the mid back towards the floor. Keep the hips still up. Inhale, expand your breath down into your abdomen. Press the heels into the floor, curl tailbone up, and exhale, lengthen, unfurling your back onto the floor until your sacrum hits the ground. Relaxing your hips. Immediately take a deep breath through your whole core, feeling how you've created more spaciousness physically and mentally. Go ahead and roll onto one side. Press up with strong arms and a relaxed neck. And then let's go ahead and come up into standing, whichever way works for you. Okay. Stand at the front of your mat. Do you have your roll nearby?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Standing at the front of the mat, hands in front of chest. These series of 3 pose vignettes and some baby back bends. Inhale, sit back in your chair, reach your arms up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, float the hands down to the floor, straighten legs. Halfway lift, inhale, reach the crown of the head forwards. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back into plank. Lower knees down, lower chest down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior 2, archer. Inhale, step the left foot forwards between your hands. Come up into warrior 2. Reach the left arm up and bring left hand to the upper back. Right hand behind the low back and then slide hands towards one another. It's okay if the hands don't reach. Inhale, feel for expanding space into your armpits. Exhale, press down through the floor with strong legs. Inhale, feel for floating the left elbow. Exhale, press down not just through your feet, but from your hips, like you're lengthening your leg bones out to the sides. Release your arms for twisting lunge. Bring the right hand down to the floor, roll the right heel up, and then lower the right knee down. Cross the right elbow on top of left thigh. You can either make a fist or Hand is flat, palms come together, or one hand over the fist. Inhale and lengthen your back backwards towards the right ankle. Exhale, press the right shoulder into the ground, into the left thigh, so that you're rotating the chest towards left hands. Inhale, send a huge breath into your chest and core. So relax your neck towards the right. Inhale, lean your chest away from the left thigh. Exhale, press more through the front foot. Pigeon, twisting towards the thigh. Bring the hands down. Lower the outer edge of left thigh towards the floor. Walk your hands over towards the left. Your chest can either stay up or down, but wherever you choose to angle your chest, make sure that it is where you get the most sensation opening in your hip. And inhale, feel for lengthening ribs away from your hip bones. Exhale, press down through the right ankle bones. Continue to reach your chest towards the left. Inhale, breathe so deeply that your breath gets into your low back. Exhale, feel for relaxing in the left hip. Walk your hands back to the center. Bring the left heel towards the groin, hands onto the floor, and step into plank. From plank, lower your knees down and grab your roll. Place the roll in between your thighs for cobra push-ups with a roll. Lower your chest down to the floor. Rolls in between thighs, and feel for gently internally rotating the thighs. So it's almost like your feet are going to come a little pigeon-toed. Hands underneath shoulders, and then from there, slide hands forward about half hand's length, and out to the sides about 3 inches to either side. Tuck your tailbone down, squeeze the roll. Inhale, bring the chest up. Exhale, bend elbows, reach the ribcage forwards and down. Tuck tailbone down, squeeze the roll between thighs. Inhale, press the hands into the floor, curl the chest up. Keep elbows bent and shoulders reaching back and down. Exhale, drag your ribcage forwards with your hands. Tuck tailbone, squeeze the roll. Inhale, reach your ribcage up. Keep elbows bent, shoulder blades reaching down away from ears. Spaciousness in your neck. Exhale, use your hands to pull your ribcage forwards and down. Tuck tailbone, squeeze the roll. Inhale, reach the ribcage up. This time, reach back with the balls of your feet. Spread your toes, make space between your joints. Exhale, slowly curl your back towards the floor as you lower forwards and down. Tuck tailbone, squeeze the roll. Inhale, come up once again, feeling for how spacious you can get throughout the whole pose, from your hands, your chest, your head, and your feet, like you're lengthening in every direction. Exhale, feel for lengthening and staying big inside as you lower down. Hands underneath shoulders, tuck your toes, come back onto all fours and move your roll. Come into downward facing dog. Warrior 2, archer. Step right foot forwards in between to the hands. Come up into warrior two. Right hand comes up and then right hand comes to the upper back. Left hand behind the low back and reaches towards mid back. Hands reach towards one another. If they don't quite reach, you can either use the strap or you just have hands where they are. Inhale, lengthen a big breath towards your right armpit. Exhale, tuck your tailbone forwards and down. Inhale, lengthen your breath towards your collarbones while you pull downwards with left elbow. Exhale, move your chin a little bit more towards chest and reach your skull bones backwards. Inhale, feel for moving your whole rib cage back an inch or two. Exhale, once again, tuck the tailbone like you're lengthening your low back down, straightening and flattening your low back. Release the hands for twisting lunge. Left hand down on the floor, swivel the left heel up, lower left knee down, and then left elbow crosses onto the right thigh. You either make a fist or prayer hands. Inhale, get a deep breath into your core and just feel into your core. From there, exhale, move the right hip back. Inhale, glide the left rib cage forwards, parallel to the floor. Exhale, press with the top hand into the bottom hand to continue to twist your chest to the right. Relaxing your neck muscles. Twisting pigeon towards the thigh. Bring the hands down to the floor. Walk the right foot towards the left. Lower the outer edge of right thigh down. From there, walk hands towards the right, so your sternum and chest twist towards the thigh. Immediately start to feel what you can do yourself in this pose to feel like you are huge on the inside. Like you're taking up so much space. From active hands, active feet. Your neck lifting up. Spacious breath all through your core and all through your being. Walk your hands back to center. Bring the right foot in close to the hip. And then step back into all fours. Grab your roll, and if you have your block, grab your block too. If you have a block, it goes in between your ankle bones. And it can either go the medium width or the full width. Then you lay down with belly over the roll. For wave dancer, stage 3. Belly over the roll. Block in between ankle bones. Your hands are about underneath shoulders. In wave dancer, what we're aiming to do is inhale and let that lift us up. You may just want to watch me for this stage, okay? And then we'll do it together. So in this stage, I inhale into belly, let that lift me up. I press the ground away while I'm holding my breath, and then I lift hands, and I exhale, come down. So watch first. Okay, that's one whole round. So let's do this together. Okay, so laying over the roll, squeeze ankle bones into the block. Tuck your tailbone down. Huge inhale into your belly. Let that lift your ribs away from the floor. Hold your breath. Press your hands into the floor to arch your back up a little bit more. Keep your back activated. Lift hands floating off the floor. Exhale, bring hands down. Bring the chest down. Squeeze the block in between the thighs, in between the ankles. Tuck the tailbone down. Inhale into the abdomen. Arch your back away from the floor. Once you can't inhale anymore, press the hands into the floor to arch your back up. Float the hands off the floor. Hands back down to the back. Exhale, lower the chest down. Squeeze the block in between ankle bones. Tuck your tailbone down. Inhale into abdomen. Reach the ribs up. Press the hands into the floor. Arch your back up and away from the floor. Have pressure in your abs, like you're pressing your belly button into the roll. Lift your hands up. Hands back down to the floor. Exhale, lower chest down. Squeeze the block in between your ankles. Tuck your tailbone around the roll. Inhale into the roll. Press your belly button out towards the roll. Hold your breath. Press the ground away a little bit more. Float the hands up. Then exhale, hands down to the floor. Lower your ribs forwards and down. Make a pillow for your face with your hands. Roll either cheek onto the hands. Send deep breaths into your low back and into the roll. With each exhale, feel for softening over the roll, letting it create more space. Almost like you're loosening up any internal attachments to any stuff that's taking up more space than it needs. Let the roll and let your breath help soften and loosen the hold of that attachment. Go ahead and bring your chest up. Come onto hands and knees. Make your roll as big as you can get it. 4, half frog, belly down, over a roll and over a block. Okay, so you might want to watch me for just a second. Okay, first block comes down. Then roll comes onto block. And you can practice this depending on how your hips feel. You can either practice this with both hips open in frog. So for that, the thighs are open, and then you roll the belly down onto the roll, and your chest comes forward, okay? If that is too much for your hips, then you do half frog. For half frog, you position so that one leg is straight, the other leg opens into that frog position, and then belly open, chest down. Okay? If you do half frog, aim for 6 breaths each side. If you're doing frog, aim for 12 breaths. So come on into the pose and feel for using this pose to help you open up space in your low back and in your hips. Feel how each inhale down into the roll also opens up more space in your rib cage. you're in half frog, go ahead and change sides. If you happen to have an extra block around, it can also feel nice to rest your forehead onto the block. Go ahead and finish up in the pose. Come off the roll slowly. Oh, oh yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I love that pose. And then roll onto your back for Shavasana. Once you're in Shavasana, feel for just giving your body any little wiggle or shake that it needs so that you can actually come to a greater sense of stillness. And then once you've made it to that sense of stillness, don't just revert back to shallow breathing. Continue to breathe deeply to soak up all this space. With each deep breath, feel what areas of your body open, expand. Imagine each inhale is like you're filling a water balloon from a faucet. So your inhale is this steady, smooth, controlled, continuous rhythm of filling up. Your whole abdomen, your whole core is the water balloon. Starts to get to its shape and then starts to expand even beyond that. And once you get to your most expanded state, feel for exhaling and releasing, but at the same slow, steady rate. No jagged edges in your breath. Use this Shavasana to smooth out your breath. Notice how just by laying here in deep breathing, your mind has already entered into a new state where there is likely more space between one thought and the next. Soak in the luxurious gift you have given yourself in this practice. The gift of spaciousness. Slowly start to move your hands and fingers, your toes and your feet. Take any stretches that feel good. Roll onto one side. Sit up slowly. Once you've sat up, pick your head up. So today, keep defending that spaciousness in your mind, in your body, in your breath, because it is such a gift, not just to you, but to everybody around you.